What do we have here? They're like shiny red. Kind of dark down here, so you can't really see. But I think these are older. They look kind of dried out, and that one's kind of rotted. But they're really interesting. They've got a really kind of interesting shape and red texture. Looks like there's kind of a new one blossoming right here, maybe. It's on, I can't tell, some sort of conifer. Yeah, I can't really tell. But we're down more in the lowlands now. I think I'll take a sample from this. But first I gotta take some scaled pictures I just discovered. I don't know if this has a whole lot of bearing, but looking up, I can't tell. I don't really see any needles on it. Maybe some at the very, very top, but other than that, it looks kind of dead. And listen. Versus this guy, which looks like it might be the same species. Either way, it's similar size. Or this one, which is indeed bigger and a different species entirely, but this just sounds a bit more, and it feels like it has a bit more give. So I think it might be rotting, which might give some indication as to the relationship this fungus has with this tree. But anyway, it's time to take a sample. Sorry about the shaky filming, and I think I just set you here. Thank you for acting as a shelf. I should just be able to kind of ever so gently pull it off. There we go. Not the best condition, but hopefully the kind of shiny red nature of it will be pretty characteristic. I won't need them to be as healthy as I would hope. So I'm pretty sure I already know what this guy is. I think it's a Hemlock Varnish Shelf. And I'll get into why I think that in just a second. But first I'm going to cut it up a little bit, just to confirm a couple things, but also because to see what it looks like, because I've already taken it off the tree, so I might as well see as much of it as I can. I don't want to take fungi, you know, out of the wild and then do nothing with them. And this is already confirming. One thing I was looking for is that in age they get very tough with a kind of brittle outer surface, and that definitely seems to be the case. So that's what that looks like. Not a super distinct smell, kind of squishy flesh on the inside with that kind of hard, crusty, shiny, red, brownish exterior. And I'm going to snag a couple pictures. Alright, so I think that this fungi is the Hemlock Varnish Shelf, Ganoderma tsugae. I think that the dead giveaway is that it's the reddish brown, kind of varnishy, crusty outside, paired with the fact that it has a decent sized stem or stipe. This distinguishes it from several of its other lookalikes. Also, given the fact that it was growing on a dead or at least dying conifer, points to the fact that it's the Hemlock Varnish Shelf, which grows seemingly almost exclusively on conifers. Also, looking at the shape of it, it's roughly fan or kind of kidney shaped, and the stalk is coming out of the middle but kind of angled off to the side. Also, there are some slight kind of ridges and segmentation that point to this being Ganoderma tsugae. The hemlock varnish shelf can be a parasite, or it can simply decompose the wood that's already dead. It causes white rot, which is consistent with what I saw on the tree. It seemed like that tree was dead or dying, and when I hit it, it sounded kind of hollow, dead, rotten. Which makes sense, given that this fungus either causes that rot, or causes the death of that tree, or thrives in an environment where that tree has already died. I feel fairly confident that this is indeed the hemlock varnish shelf. While there are some other similar fungi, this one seems to have all the correct distinguishing features.